Today, we're diving into Neville Goddard's wealth manifestation prayer. This powerful method, based on the teachings of one of the most mysterious and influential manifestation teachers in history, has the potential to transform your financial reality. What if I told you that your mind holds the key to unlocking unimaginable wealth? That with just a single prayer practiced the right way, you could attract not just thousands, not just millions, but hundreds of millions of dollars into your life. This isn't wishful thinking. It's not just another law of attraction trick. This is a powerful method based on the teachings of Neville Goddard. Neville wasn't just another self-help guru. He never held fast to the belief that hard work was the only path to success. Instead, he revealed a hidden power within us, the power of imagination as the ultimate creator of reality. He taught that what we see in the world is nothing more than a reflection of what we hold in our minds. That prayer, when done correctly, isn't about asking or begging. It's about knowing that your desire is already yours. And today, we are going to uncover his most powerful prayer technique. One that can align your mind and energy with unlimited financial abundance. This is a technique so effective that those who understand it and apply it correctly have reported life-changing results, stories of unexpected wealth, golden opportunities, and financial breakthroughs beyond logic. You might be wondering, how is this possible? How can a simple prayer lead to millions? The answer lies in the way your subconscious mind works. The reality you experience right now is nothing more than a projection of your deepest beliefs. If you believe money is hard to earn, it will always be out of reach. When you believe that wealth flows to you easily, it will. The secret is in assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, a concept Neville emphasized repeatedly. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to use Neville's prayer technique to attract wealth on a level most people never even dream of. You will learn how to reprogram your subconscious mind, eliminate limiting beliefs, and activate the frequency of $100 million. This is not magic. It's a science of the mind, proven by those who have mastered it. So, make sure that you stay until the end, because missing even one step could mean the difference between struggling for money and stepping into unlimited abundance. If you're ready to take control of your financial destiny and unlock the wealth that is already yours, then let's get started. Welcome to our channel. Let's manifest today. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We bring you the most powerful teachings on manifestation, wealth creation, and personal transformation. Now let's dive into the secret prayer that could change your life forever. Neville Goddard believed that imagination is not just a tool for creativity, but the very force that shapes reality. He taught that everything we experience in life is a reflection of our inner world, our thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. According to him, what we consistently imagine with feeling becomes our reality. The external world is nothing more than a projection of our consciousness. When we desire something, whether it's wealth, success, love, or health, we often focus on the fact that we don't have it yet. Goddard insisted that this mindset only reinforces lack. Instead, he taught that the key to manifesting anything is to assume the feeling of already having it. In his own words, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This means that if you want to be wealthy, you must mentally step into the version of yourself who already has the wealth. You must think, feel, and behave as if your desire is already a fact. Goddard's teachings go beyond positive thinking. He didn't just say, think about being rich. He said, live in the end. This means that you must fully immerse yourself in the mental state of already having your desire. When you persist in this state, reality has no choice but to align with it. Your subconscious mind accepts it as truth, and circumstances begin to shift in ways that bring your desire to life. One of the most fascinating aspects of Goddard's philosophy is that he believed imagination is more real than the physical world. He often referenced biblical passages, explaining that scripture is not literal history, but a psychological interpretation. Here's your guide to unlocking your real human potential. Neville claimed that when Jesus said, "Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours," He was revealing the secret of manifestation. Believing something is already yours makes it so. For Goddard, the subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. This is why visualization is so powerful. When you vividly imagine something with strong emotion, your subconscious mind treats it as reality. This is why athletes, performers, and even successful entrepreneurs use visualization techniques. They're programming their subconscious for success. Neville Goddard often spoke about the power of the state we dwell in. Thoughts are real and they manifest in real life. Goddard explained that we are always manifesting, whether we realize it or not. If we constantly think about problems, we create more problems. If we dwell in fear, we attract situations that confirm that fear. But if we consistently imagine abundance, joy, and success, we draw those experiences into our lives. The state of mind we live in determines our reality. We experience, to put it simply, if you want to manifest wealth, you must not see yourself as someone trying to be rich. You must see yourself as already wealthy. You must act, think, and feel as if money is abundant in your life. When this state becomes natural to you, reality bends to reflect it. Goddard also emphasized that imagination works best when we are deeply relaxed. He suggested using a state called SATS, state akin to sleep. This is a drowsy, relaxed state similar to hypnosis, where the subconscious mind is highly receptive. In this state, if you vividly imagine yourself living your desired reality, feeling the emotions, hearing the sounds, seeing the details, your subconscious accepts it as fact. And once your subconscious believes something, it must manifest in the physical world. Another crucial point Goddard made is that persistence is key. Most people try visualization for a few days and give up when they don't see immediate results. But reality shifts only when the new assumption becomes dominant. If you persist in the state of having your desire, no matter what your current circumstances look like, your outer world will eventually change to match it. He also warned against contradicting your imagination with negative thoughts. If you visualize wealth but constantly complain about money, your conflicting beliefs will cancel each other out. This is why controlling your inner conversations is essential. The way you talk to yourself internally shapes your beliefs. And your beliefs shape your reality. Goddard's teachings have been applied by countless people to transform their lives. From those who manifested financial breakthroughs, to others who healed their bodies or attracted love. His principles have proven to work for those who truly commit to them. His message was clear. Imagination creates reality, and we have the power to shape our lives by consciously choosing the states we dwell in. Neville Goddard taught that true prayer is not about asking or pleading. It is about knowing that your desire is already fulfilled. When it comes to attracting wealth, he emphasized the importance of feeling as if the money you seek is already in your possession. To him, imagination is not just a tool, it is the creative force that shapes reality. Goddard's method of prayer is simple, yet deeply transformative. Instead of seeing money as something distant or out of reach, he instructed people to assume the state of already having it. This means stepping into the feeling of being wealthy, of knowing that the $100 million is already yours. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now. He explained that most people pray from a place of lack. They focus on their current financial struggles and reinforce their belief that wealth is something they don't have. But true prayer, according to Goddard, is not about affirming what you lack. It is about dwelling in the state of already possessing what you desire. He often said you must dare to assume you are wealthy even when every sense denies it. To apply this prayer method, Goddard recommended finding a quiet place, closing your eyes, and fully immersing yourself in the feeling of already having the money. It's not about seeing the money appear before you, it's about feeling the reality of being a person who already possesses great wealth. How would you think? How would you feel? How would you act? These are the questions that shape the experience of true prayer. One of the most powerful ways to lock in this feeling is through visualization. Goddard suggested creating a mental scene that implies the fulfillment of your desire. Instead of imagining yourself asking for money, imagine a moment where you are already in possession of it. Visualize yourself checking your bank account and seeing a massive balance. Maybe you visualize yourself signing a deal that brings you immense financial gain. The key is to make the scene feel real, to engage all your senses, and to believe it with absolute certainty. But the most important part of this process is emotion. Goddard insisted that feelings are the language of the subconscious mind. The stronger the emotion, the more deeply the prayer is imprinted. It is not enough to simply say, "I am wealthy." You must feel the excitement and the gratitude. You must also feel the absolute confidence of already being wealthy. This emotional conviction is what transforms a simple visualization into a powerful prayer that reprograms your subconscious mind. Another crucial element of this prayer technique is persistence. Goddard warned that people often shift back to their old beliefs too quickly. If you affirm wealth in your imagination, but spend the rest of the day worrying about bills or doubting your financial future, you are contradicting your prayer. The state of already having wealth must become your dominant mindset. You must always be in a state of having it all. You must refuse to entertain any thoughts that oppose it. Neville Goddard also taught that prayer should be done in a deeply relaxed state, ideally before sleep. Again, this is known as the state akin to sleep, or SATS. In this drowsy state, the conscious mind is quiet and the subconscious is most receptive. If you enter this state and impress upon your mind the feeling of already having $100 million, your subconscious will accept it as truth. And once it is accepted as truth, reality will begin to rearrange itself to match it. Another truly fascinating aspect of Goddard's prayer method is that it does not require you to figure out how the money will come. He taught that the how is not your concern. Your only job is to assume the state of already having it. The universe, or what he called the power within, will handle the details. Your role is to remain faithful to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Many people who have applied this method have shared extraordinary success stories. Some have attracted unexpected financial windfalls. Others have seen their businesses flourish. Some have received lucrative opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere. The common thread in all these experiences is that they truly embodied the feeling of already being wealthy before the physical evidence showed up. Neville Goddard's prayer method is not about hoping or wishing. It is about knowing. It is about assuming the feeling of already being rich with such conviction that the physical world has no choice but to reflect it. When you align your mind with the state of wealth, opportunities, ideas, and circumstances begin to shift. They start to move in ways you could never predict. You become a magnet for abundance simply by embodying the reality of already having it. To perform Neville Goddard's prayer for attracting wealth, you must approach it with full belief and commitment. This is not just about saying words, it's about creating a deep inner experience that convinces your subconscious mind that your desire is already real. The more you immerse yourself in this state, the more powerful the results will be. Start by finding a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. This is essential because your mind needs to be free from distractions. The goal is to enter a deep state of relaxation where your imagination becomes vivid and real. Whether it's a quiet room, a peaceful outdoor spot, or a comfortable chair in your home, choose a place where you feel safe and undisturbed. Next, close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Let go of any tension in your body. Relax your shoulders, your jaw, your hands. The more relaxed you are, the easier it will be to impress your subconscious with the reality of your prayer. Be sure that you are seated comfortably. Let your mind clear of any worries or thoughts about the day. If any distractions come up, gently bring your focus back to your breath. Now begin to visualize. See yourself already in possession of $100 million. This is not about watching yourself from a distance. It's about stepping into the scene as if it's happening right now. Imagine holding a bank statement that shows your balance at $100 million. Picture yourself making purchases without worry, knowing you have limitless financial freedom. See the places you would visit, the experiences you would have, the people you would help. The more detailed your visualization, the more real it becomes to your subconscious. But visualization alone is not enough. You must feel the emotions that come with this wealth. What does it feel like to be financially free? To know you never have to worry about money again? Feel the joy, the security, the excitement. Let gratitude fill your heart as if the money is already yours. This emotional energy is what makes the prayer powerful. It is what signals to your subconscious. The signals tell you that this is not just a fantasy, but a present reality. Stay in this state for as long as possible. Let the feeling of wealth become natural to you. Let it settle into your being. If your mind begins to doubt or resist, gently bring yourself back to the feeling of already having the money. The key is to persist in this state until it becomes second nature. Repeat this process regularly. The more often you enter this state of already having wealth, the more deeply it will imprint onto your subconscious over time. Shift your mind to the belief and the knowing that you have $100 million. Your mind will accept it as true, and your external reality will begin to shift to match this new belief. Many people fail at manifestation because they perform the process once or twice and expect immediate results. But just as a seed takes time to grow into a tree, your new mental state must be nurtured and reinforced. This is why consistency is crucial. Make this prayer a daily practice, especially before sleep, when your subconscious is most open to suggestion. Each time you perform this prayer, deepen your connection to the real, genuine feelings. The feeling of wealth strengthens your belief that it is already done. The more real it feels, the faster it will materialize in your life. By making this a habit, you train your mind to dwell in the state of financial abundance. And as Neville Goddard taught, what you assume to be true eventually hardens into fact. Many people have used Neville Goddard's technique to manifest incredible wealth, often in ways they never expected. Their stories prove that imagination, belief, and persistence can create extraordinary results. One well-known case is that of a man who struggled financially for years. He had tried different businesses, worked tirelessly, but could never seem to break through. After learning about Neville Goddard's teachings, he decided to apply them with full conviction. Every night before bed, he entered a relaxed state and imagined himself receiving checks for large amounts of money. He didn't just see the checks. He felt the excitement of opening them, the gratitude for his new reality, and the deep confidence that this was his new reality. At first, nothing seemed to change, but he remained faithful to the process. Then, out of nowhere, he received an offer to sell a small investment he had forgotten about, an investment that had multiplied in value without him realizing it. Within weeks, more unexpected financial opportunities arose. Contracts, deals, and partnerships seemed to appear effortlessly. Within a year, he had made more money than he had in the previous decade combined. Another remarkable story comes from a woman who was drowning in debt. It was at that point that she learned of Neville Goddard's philosophy, but she had always struggled to believe in her own financial freedom. One night, she decided to fully commit to the process. She imagined herself debt-free, wealthy, and at peace. She saw herself writing checks without worry, traveling to luxurious destinations, and feeling completely secure in her finances. She repeated this nightly, convincing herself that her wealth was already a reality. Within months, her life began to shift. She received an unexpected inheritance from a relative she barely knew. Her side business, which had previously struggled, suddenly gained massive attention, attracting high-paying clients. A financial breakthrough that once seemed impossible became her new reality. She later shared her experience, saying that the key was not just imagining wealth, but feeling it with absolute certainty before it physically appeared. A third example involves a man who had always dreamed of running a successful business but faced continuous failures. He had studied Neville Goddard's teachings but had never fully committed to them. One day, he decided to change that. Instead of focusing on his past failures, he imagined himself as a highly successful entrepreneur. He saw himself shaking hands with investors, celebrating major deals, and living in complete financial abundance. At first it felt like a game, but as he persisted, his mindset changed. He started making decisions as if he were already successful. His confidence grew and his actions aligned with his new belief. Within months, an opportunity came that allowed him to launch his dream business with full funding. This was simply miraculous. What once seemed impossible had become his reality, all because he assumed the feeling of already having it. These stories all have one thing in common: unwavering faith in the power of imagination. The people who succeeded didn't just wish for wealth, they assumed it was already there. They didn't let temporary circumstances shake their belief. They persisted until their assumptions became fact. The universe responds to the state you live in. If you assume lack, you manifest lack. If you assume wealth, you attract wealth. The people who have transformed their financial lives using Neville Goddard's teachings all followed the same principle. They lived in the end. They felt the joy of already being rich, and in time, reality caught up. Their stories serve as proof that this technique works, not just for a few, but for anyone willing to commit to it. It is not about hoping or wishing, it is about knowing. Those who persist in this mindset inevitably see their desires unfold in ways they never imagined. One of the biggest obstacles people face when applying Neville Goddard's prayer method is doubt. The logical mind struggles to believe in something that isn't yet visible. It questions whether this process actually works and whether it's possible to manifest something as significant as $100 million. Doubt creeps in, making people feel as though they are simply daydreaming instead of creating real change. But doubt is natural. It is the mind's way of clinging to past conditioning. Most people have been taught to believe only in what they can see. So, the idea of assuming a state before it physically appears can feel unnatural at first. The key to overcoming doubt is persistence. Neville Goddard emphasized that the subconscious mind accepts what is repeated with conviction. The more you assume the feeling of wealth, the more natural it becomes. Over time, what once felt like an illusion begins to feel like truth. Another common challenge is impatience. Many people start this practice with excitement, but when results don't appear immediately, they begin to lose faith. They question whether they are doing it correctly or whether it's even possible. This impatience can sabotage the entire process. Neville taught that reality shifts based on assumption, not waiting. If you are constantly looking for signs, checking your bank account, or wondering when the money will come, you are reinforcing the idea that you don't have it yet. To combat impatience, it's important to detach from the outcome, instead of constantly wondering when the money will appear. Focus entirely on maintaining the feeling of already having it. Trust the process. The universe operates on purpose and with perfect timing. And when you hold on to the feeling of already being wealthy, the path to that reality begins to unfold naturally. Some people also struggle with consistency. They may practice the technique for a few days, but then fall back into their old way of thinking. They may let doubts, fears, or external circumstances pull them away from the state of wealth. Neville warned that inconsistent belief leads to inconsistent results. The key is to remain unwavering in the assumption that what you desire is already yours. One effective way to maintain consistency is to make the practice part of your daily routine. Set aside time every night before sleep to enter the state akin to sleep. In this relaxed state, visualize and feel your financial abundance as if it's already real. The subconscious mind is most impressionable before sleep, so this is the perfect time to reinforce the belief that you are already wealthy. Another strategy is to avoid negative influences. Surround yourself with content, books, and teachings that reinforce the power of imagination and belief. Stay away from conversations or media that promote scarcity and doubt. The more you immerse yourself in the mindset of abundance, the easier it becomes to maintain your assumption of wealth. Many people also face resistance from their past experiences. If someone has struggled financially for years, it can be difficult to suddenly believe they are wealthy. Past failures and disappointments may try to pull them back into a mindset of lack. Neville taught that the past does not matter. Only the state you assume as now shapes your future. No matter what has happened before, the moment you fully commit to assuming wealth, your reality begins to shift. One powerful way to reinforce belief is through gratitude. Instead of focusing on what is missing, focus on what you already have. Gratitude raises your emotional state and aligns you with abundance. When you express thanks for the wealth you are manifesting before it appears in physical form, you quickly and easily strengthen your faith and accelerate the process. Another challenge people face is fear of failure. They worry that if they believe in this method and it doesn't work, they will be disappointed. But Neville reminded his students that failure only happens when one gives up. The universe responds to unwavering faith. If you persist in your assumption of wealth, the physical world must eventually reflect it. There may be moments when you feel discouraged, but those are the moments that test your commitment. When doubt arises, remind yourself of those who have succeeded with this method. Read success stories, revisit Neville's teachings, and reaffirm your belief that imagination creates reality. The journey to manifesting great wealth is not about perfection, it's about persistence. Every time doubt tries to creep in, shift your focus back to the feeling of already having what you desire. Every time impatience arises, remind yourself that your reality is reshaping itself in ways you cannot yet see. Stay faithful to the process. In time, you will witness the power of your imagination transforming your life. The power to create wealth, success, and abundance lies within you. Neville Goddard's prayer technique is not just about wishful thinking, it's about stepping into the reality you desire and making it your own. When you fully believe in the wealth you seek, when you feel it as if it is already yours, the universe has no choice but to bring it into your experience. Make this practice a part of your daily routine. Every night before you sleep, enter that state of deep relaxation. Immerse yourself in the feeling of already having $100 million. Let it become natural to you. Trust in your imagination, for it is the bridge between your current reality and the one you are creating. Remember, doubt and impatience are just distractions. Stay faithful to the process. The more you assume the feeling of financial abundance, the more you shift your reality to match it. It is only a matter of time before your assumption hardens into fact. If you found this video valuable, give it a like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about manifesting abundance and transforming your life, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. We'll continue to bring you powerful techniques and insights to help you unlock your limitless potential. Thank you for watching, and remember, your imagination is the key to everything you desire. Keep believing, keep visualizing, and watch as your wealth unfolds before your eyes.